Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Cabinet Variety Podcast, released every Wednesday up until August 14th. And today, we're welcoming back my best friend, Mackenzie. She is my streaming partner. She started this whole journey with me. We've been friends for 16 years and gone through quite a lot together. So, welcome to the Cabinet, Mackenzie. How are you doing today?
Yay! I'm okay. I'm doing.
Dude,
I'm
I
fine.
almost thought you were gonna go yippee.
I was tempted to.
The pitch that you had, your voice sounded just like the yippee.
I'm just gonna yippee.
Dude, you do the yippee so good. I don't know why, but
Hey, I'll take it.
yeah,
I don't hear it for some reason, but if everyone else hears it, that's what matters. I'll take it.
yeah, I definitely hear. When you first did it, I thought it was the damn thing. So,
Let's go. Fuck yeah.
But today, guys, we're gonna be talking. Honestly, the subject I feel like is really broad that we're talking about. It was also planned super last minute because we were like, I'm trying to think of different topics for everybody. But also, I did have a season before this, so I've already talked to Mackenzie, and we've talked about our streaming journey and everything like that. So, I mean, basically, this is almost like an update, but just how things have changed and can change, and how, like, I guess, life affects all of that.
Yeah.
It's a very broad topic for sure, but it's, I don't know, it's almost like an update on our life since then, basically, but stream world / life just in general, but, so I feel like the main thing that I was gonna bring up in the beginning is that both of us, I feel, got a little burnt out from streaming.
A little bit. A little bit, I think, is a bit of an understatement.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I love streaming. I love everybody, but holy fuck.
Yeah.
I underestimated how badly I'd get burnt out from all this.
You think? Yeah, you've been taking lots of breaks.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly still a bit burnt out, just in general, not even just on streaming now. So I'm slowly kind of coming back from that.
Yeah, that's totally fair. That's a big thing with, like, I feel like last year when I would say this when we started streaming, because technically you started streaming, what, the year before me?
Yeah,
right?
The year before you.
Yeah. Or, wait, when did you start streaming? 2022, right?
2021. I streamed alone first, and then we started streaming together.
Right,
I started February
and then you came
2021.
back. So you were only streaming for a year before me then.
Yeah, because I was streaming for a year before you.
So 2021 would have to be December is when I got the computer. And then we streamed together from January all the way until
That makes sense now.
So now, wow. So it's been 2 years. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that does make sense because it was 1 year without all these people and 1 year with.
Yeah. Cause
You've been streaming for
4 years now. Oh God.
What?
No,
We're
3
in
years.
2024. Yeah. Oh, 3.5
Yes, we
years.
are. 3.5. Yeah, that's why I was like, wait a minute.
So you're almost at 4 years. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That's insane.
Holy shit.
Because something feels wrong. I don't like.
That feels disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
like I don't mean that in a mean way or a bad way, but that feels nasty.
That feels so weird. My sense of time is so off. And thinking about that, like, what?
Because I remember when I first started streaming, I got severely burnt out. Stopped that
Already?
August.
In the beginning?
Oh, the very first year, yes. I got I wanted to stop, like, I went from February to August, then I stopped because I was like, I can't do this. It's not working out. And then I started again in, I don't remember whenever we started, but I started up again when we were playing games, and then just kept going from there.
I know October was when we started playing together because I remember you mentioned to me, I want to start up streaming again. And I was like, dude, why don't we, it's almost October, like, let's play Phasmophobia once a week. And it's like, horror month or whatever, and now we kind of just stuck with horror month, but now we do a lot more than just Let's Play
just
Faz.
Faz.
Yeah, now we do twice a week, a costume on Mondays, play the spooky game, all the events and stuff, like.
And we do, like, live physical events and shit.
Yeah, now
not
we
just
do
games.
in-person. That's so...
Yeah.
When did we start doing in-person? Like, I wonder what our first in-person stream was, because I don't remember.
I think it was pretty... We did, Father's Day was probably one of the first ones, I think.
Well, I wasn't doing face cam for a bit. But yeah, I didn't realize... What did you get burnt out from, like, in the beginning? Because I know... Last year, the reason we got burnt out is because we did so much. We went, like, ham with streaming and planning things and doing this and that. But, like, in the beginning, like, what was it?
To be completely honest, I went into streaming thinking it was going to be a lot easier than it was, and that I was going to do it a lot better than I thought. So I was like, first, it kind of knocked me off of that, I'm gonna say high horse because I can't think of any alternatives to it, where I was like, oh, this isn't easy, this isn't going as well as I thought, fuck, I'm still gonna keep with it, and then I kept going, and just streaming to an audience of, like, no people for, let me count, actually, from February to August, just kind of...
That's not bad, though, like...
It's not bad, it really isn't. But I think I really let the number kind of get to my head, and I was like, okay, nope, I'm good. Because after doing it for months, there came a point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is... Because it really started to just affect my mental health, too, in a weird way. Because I'm not used to, like, separating myself from the numbers and shit. I'm not gonna lie. Because I only got social media back in, like, 2016 for the first time. And I did pretty okay with it at first, and then I came onto this and I was like, oh, this isn't going the same way it did back then, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, I gotta take a break, I gotta stop for a while, I'll try this again another time, but for right now, I cannot do this. It's just not affecting me in a good, in a positive way.
I always find it interesting, though, with the, like, when people talk about, like, their numbers and stuff, that it, like, really affects them a lot. Because, I don't know, I don't know why, that's, like, one thing that, maybe it's, I mean, to be fair, I've been on social media since I was, like,
yeah, you've been on social media for a long
it's
fucking
not
time.
that long,
I
wasn't allowed for a while, but then I snuck it, of course, like, I made a Twitter and when I was 11 or something,
yeah, I never did, I was doing
YouTube when I was 15, so it's kind of like, I was a lot different when I was younger, for sure. So, like, I had one video on YouTube that out of nowhere got, like, 300,000 views. And it was, like, a vlog. So it was, like, me talking, and it was also, I went to some event and I was talking about it. So people had their opinions, and there were a lot, right? So, like, 300,000 views, it brings in quite a few comments. And yes, the majority were good, but a lot of them weren't, and they were so dramatic too. It just made me laugh. But obviously there were some that hit you a little differently. But I was very different when I was younger, where it was like, it was a brick wall. Nothing actually truly got to me. Very rarely things got to me. Now I'm an emotional wreck, but that's a whole different story.
God, I feel that.
I feel like that's kind of what, I don't want to say helped me, because it sounds weird to be like, yes, people shitting on me when I was 15 years old helped me. But at the same time, it's like, kind of, because...
It kind of helps you build up a tolerance.
Yeah, like, even
early
though
on, I think.
I'm, like, fucked now, but, like, in different ways. When it comes to something like that, I think the difference is that I appreciate my alone time a lot more now than I used to. I used to not want to be alone. I hated it with a burning passion, and now it's like, well, I got you as my IRL friend. I got my friends online. I got a boyfriend that's long distance, which is all great and all nice, but, like, there's a lot more room for alone time than there was before. And I feel like I kind of just have enjoyed it a lot more. So when I don't see people in my stream, some days I'm kind of like, cool. Like, I don't really want people here at the moment, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, and, like, you can just kind of chill.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. It's a very... Of course, dude, it's so nice, obviously, when people are there, of course. Especially
it's the
when
fucking
it's your
best,
friends
but, like,
and...
Yeah, exactly.
But
at the same time, having that downtime, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It's, because I remember that was something you mentioned when you were, like, afraid about going back into streaming, and you were talking about, like, people not being there. And I remember, too, when your brother was streaming at first. And
right.
he had, like, what, like 100 followers or something, and
yeah,
a
he got it, like, right off the rip.
Yeah.
And a super active Discord.
And I remember that was something that, like, was playing on your mind, and I was like, dude, like, that's because he's also very different, too, socially.
He is.
Like, he just, like, goes and talks to everybody and
he's extremely social.
Yeah, that's, like,
his... online and in person. That's just him.
That's how he is. So that's a lot easier. That's what I say about, like, I know I've had people talk to me about how they compare themselves to some of their friends with streaming, and I'm like, look, those people are different people. Like, me, the one thing for me has been, I don't want to say the one thing that bothers me, because it's never something that, like, bothers me. It's just something that plays on my mind. But the only comparing I've ever done would be to, like, you, where you do all these fun things and this and that on stream, and I'm just there because I don't have that energy. I barely have the energy and social capacity to even stream in general, let alone do all the stuff that you do, but people find that more entertaining. So a lot of people would prefer to, like, lurk in my stream and actually talk in your stream, because you're always, like, doing so, and you're also a lot more upbeat than me. I'm just kind of like, I'm a goob, but, like, I'm more, like, you're always like, oh, hey, hi, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I low-key have done the same to, like, comparing myself to you at some points, because a lot of people come for you're really funny and, witty, like, off the rip, and are really chill, and a lot of people come for that. Yeah!
Really?
Like, yes, you're funny and witty, like that.
I'll take that as a compliment. I just don't, don't see myself as that at all. Like, Pangu has said it to me too, and I'm like, really?
You are. So many people gravitate towards you, and not just because of that, because you're also really genuine, and it shows on stream, and a lot of people want to be around that kind of energy, so regardless of what you're doing, they're gonna be there because it's you. For my content, sure, I'm upbeat and I do all these silly things, but on my down days, I don't get as many people, and that's okay.
Yeah, I mean, but that's always gonna happen too, because it's just...
Well, yeah.
Streaming is so up and down, which is why it's so hard to, like, when people say they pay attention to, like, the numbers and how many people join, I'm like, but one day, you could have... It's so weird, you can go to having 4 people, and the next day have, like, 60 or something. Obviously, that's a stretch for us, but, like, it's possible.
I mean, it's very possible. Dude, you got fucking... that guy, Raven something, him rating you?
He rated me with, like, 155 or something,
Yeah, he's got, like, a huge fucking audience.
I was chilling with, like, that day I did have, like, 20-something people already in there, so, like... Obviously, 150 is a lot more, but I mean, like, it wasn't as big as going from 4 to whatever.
Yeah.
Cause,
like, that's a huge fucking jump.
Yeah, I was melting in my chair. I'm sure I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I get so anxious when people raid me, or if I see my number and it's high. Not even, like, super high. Like, when I say high, I mean, like, 15. You know, that stresses me out, and I start sweating. Even if people are lurking, just knowing that many people could, like, click over to their tab and see my face, like, I freak out.
Oh, fuck. I've never thought about it like that, and now I'm fucking anxious. Oh, God.
Dude, right? It's like the people who lurk can just, like, randomly come in and out and, like, look at you, and I'm just like,
Because for me, my brain, I kind of view it as just like, you're sitting in a room playing games with friends because they're just playing with people. They're just chilling. Y'all are just chilling.
Yeah.
That makes it a little more tolerable in my brain because it's like, oh, we're all just hanging out. It's a good time. Fuck yeah. I can do that. I can do hanging out. But I can't do people just watching me like it's a zoo. That freaks me out.
Yeah, okay. I don't mean like that. Like, not in like a
no,
I know. Way, but, see,
I know,
that's
not
the
like
thing
in a creep
too,
way,
though.
but...
Like, with the change from last year versus this year. So last year, I feel like, was the growth year, even though, obviously, we're not just skyrocketing. But...
I mean, you did skyrocket, dude.
Well, okay, I mean, like, to the point where it's like I can make something a full-time job or whatever.
Oh, yeah, not to, like, full-time streamer.
Yeah.
We're not there yet at all.
But we still went up, and, like, we met so many people, and we did so much last year, and... that was the year of doing that. But then this year was kind of the year where, like, we have that now. We have our community, and, like, I love my small group. So it's hard to then pick it back up when I am so content with what I have now. Like, that's just how I am. I'm always content with, like, the things that I have, and then they're gone. Like, if they're ever gone, then then I'll go and, like, do it again, and then I'm gonna be content again. But, like, it's been a year now, over a year and a half now, and I still have the same people, so it's kind of like, I feel like I got my people, and I am so okay with these people, so, I don't know, branching out feels weird now, because I'm like...
No, that's understandable. Like... Yeah, no, I don't have anything to say, it's just understandable, because once you found your people, it's like, I kind of just want to stay here with these people, even though meeting other people would be nice. It's like, I still just want to be here. I'll drag other people in as needed, but...
Yeah, it's also a big difference where, like, at least for me, last year, even though I grew on Twitch and I met people and did this, and it was shit. Like,
last year
that was the worst I've ever felt. By the end of the year, I was screwed. Like, that was...
Oh god, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, that was a rough time. So, like, now it's like I have these people who I trust, and it's like, I mean, to an extent, my trust, it's hard to really get to the, like, full extent of my trust. Like, that's almost impossible, but, I've met these people, and I like being with these people. I know who to talk to about what, I know who to ask when I want to do what, like, I feel like I'm good with it, so why would I want to change it? I don't know, I'm not good with change, so maybe that's the problem.
Nope, I can feel you on that one, I'm not gonna lie.
Me and change don't go well together. That's also probably why I like things planned, and the routines, and all of that. It's just, it's nice that way, you know?
Yeah. Like, sometimes if you just find something you like or a way you like it, you want to just stick with it, and that's not bad.
Exactly. And that's where I am right now with streaming and all of that. Like, I once in a while would like to do fun things, like we were talking about IRL streams and everything. But for the most part, like, I would love to stream more. Like, my brain says that, but me personally, I'm like, my once a week, like, you know, we're chilling, and the rest of the week I just play games with my friends off stream, and it's just, I don't know, it's comfy.
Just nice.
Yeah. It's like a little space, it's your little group, and, because I feel like I definitely have a bunch of little groups, rather than one big group, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that, because if I feel like it, I'm like, hey, this group, message them, see what they want to do. This group, and it's not too many people at once where my brain is malfunctioning. Speaking of this topic, your mom, I remember when we were talking, when we were talking to her, she said, because we were talking about one of, I guess, my old friends, I guess you're still friends with them, but one of my old friends, and explaining to her on why I just didn't want to be friends with that person anymore, like we were, and she was like, oh, but you know, everybody's different, and you have friends for different reasons, and like, which is so true, but at the same time, I feel like there is almost like this unspoken outline that a friend should have, and they should at least be there for you. I feel like even though, because I remember her saying too that, oh, she's just not one of those friends that is there for you. And I'm like, well, but then at that point, she's just somebody, if I'm bored, I go and talk to. Like, that doesn't feel like a friend. That feels like I'm, like, using them for my entertainment. Like,
yeah.
I don't
Like, that feels like not even an acquaintance.
Yeah, it's just like a... I don't even know how to explain it. And
an arm's length friend, I guess, would be the term?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would that be? Like, I don't think there's a specific a specific term for a friend who you can't really talk to, but is there when you want to do something.
Yeah, that's, like, it just doesn't feel like using the word friend in that case. It just doesn't make any sense, because I feel like your friend, no matter what, everybody is different. And yes, I talk to people for different things and about different things, and if I'm in a certain mood, I can only talk to certain people. Like, yeah, because everybody's different. But
yeah.
I feel like to consider someone my friend, they should at least care. Like, if I say, hey, I'm really sad, they shouldn't go, well, here's why I'm amazing and my life is great. You know, to me, that's like, I don't really need that, but...
Thing is, I can and I can't relate to it. Because I don't really go to my friends with my issues. I'm trying to get better with that. I really am. But if I have a problem, a lot of the times, I just usually keep it to myself or don't tell a friend. Or I'm just like, okay, I probably shouldn't talk to somebody about this. I should wait and see a therapist about this. That's probably a good idea. Or I should unpack it by myself, because that's just what I'm used to doing. It's just unpacking all my, like, emotions and situations and stuff by myself. And if I need advice, I'll go to a friend. Like, I'll ask you, I'll ask my mom, I'll ask Andrew, I'll just ask people. And if I have a friend that just wants to hang out and doesn't really want to talk about anything deeper, then I'm like, okay, that's fine. We're not going to be close, but we'll just be, I'll go to events and shit with you, I suppose. But, like, I just won't talk to them as much. Like, if they want to do something, sure, hit me up. We'll do something, or just talk, catch up, but we're not going to be close like that. Yeah. You won't really get to know what's going on, and we won't hang out as often, and if that's how you want it, that's fine. We'll be like that. But, yeah, that's just it.
It's also just, like, I didn't, like, 50, maybe 60% of the time, I didn't enjoy that time with the person.
Yeah.
So
and then
it's
that's
like,
just not a person you should be friends with.
Yeah. That's just... And I heard something. I was watching TikTok, and there was a TikTok that came up, and then some girl was talking, and she was like, at the age that we are at, it should be okay to be like, you know what? Like, yes, you were my vibe at some point, you were my friend at some point, but then we grew up differently, you know? And, like, that should be it, without having so many issues. There's been I feel like a huge shift for both of us from last year to this year, like, in every way, not just streaming wise, like, it feels so different. Like, I don't know about you, but...
I'm trying to think, because if I'm being honest, these past few years are kind of a blur. A good one, but, like, a blur. I remember key points and shit. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I remember a lot of key points and shit of the past few years, and, like, they've mostly been good. But I can't really compare them yet, because I don't fully remember last year. I mean, streaming-wise, I do. In general, my life-wise, actually, it's 50-50. I don't remember fully.
I feel like you're a little bit different.
Thing.
No, yeah, okay. You not remembering is kind of concerning, but
yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I mean, you've had the biggest, like, I don't want to say transformation, but, like, from when we were kids to who you are now. Oh my god, it is like
that'll give you.
That is a whole different.
It's like night and day,
dude. But, like, even you from maybe
middle school,
like
freshman year.
Yeah, more like high school to now, or like not like mid high school to now, because we didn't know each other as much in the beginning of high school.
We didn't talk as much at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think we really got close over, I think, 2020, 2019?
Well, no.
Or no.
It was earlier than that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was earlier than that.
Yeah, because I was at your prom table and
I remember that.
But we got closer. Once we graduated is when it really just started.
Yeah, that's what
up.
I mean. We were close, and then we just got even closer after that point.
Oh yeah. But I feel like even you from that point, senior year of high school to now, definitely things have changed for sure.
Do you mind if I ask what or no?
I mean, you're definitely for one too. I mean, Miss Lover Girl over there.
Hey!
That was a big transition. Nobody saw it coming.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I didn't even see that one coming. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, Mackenzie was none of that shit. The way I want to say a name right now. I used to say a name to her all the time this person that she I don't know, liked. I don't know if they date. I don't know.
My fucking god. Wait, are you talking about oh my god, elementary school?
Hell yeah, I'm talking about elementary school.
I'm just gonna say it, Jack was the guy's name. Okay, story time. I had a crush on this guy in the 3rd grade whose name was Jack, and I was like, I really, really like this kid, yeah? So I told my little brother, and my little brother goes up and shouts it loud as possible in front of all the 3rd graders that I like this kid, and I'm just like, well, okay, I'm just gonna die. That's it. It's over. I'm jumping off a bridge. I can't do this. And for the next 3 years of elementary school, it was just known that I had a crush on this fucking kid.
You met one time. I remember because I was there at the park, whatever park. That
oh god, yeah.
You guys met up at. It was so awkward.
I
don't even remember. I only remember that. I remember there's a visual of, because I have a visual memory, not an actual memory. So I visualize it, but I'm I wonder how we got, why was I there with you? Because your brother showed up, too.
I don't remember that, I'm be honest.
That's the only thing I remember, but I remember what park it is, too. And I'm yeah, but, what got us to that point? Why was I there?
Don't know.
But I just remember that one thing so much, and she was so anti, I don't want to say loving, but, in that sort of way. It was always men, guys, boys,
Yeah.
So now
I was really like that, and now I'm just
she hears his voice and she's melts.
Don't expose me. I'll expose myself on stream, okay?
Dude, I mean, you do it on stream anyways when you play.
I do. I always do. I'm very guilty of that. I'm melting right now.
Right.
Shit.
This is what I'm saying. That's a huge thing nobody expected for sure.
Oh,
but
100%.
Even,
not as one of my old friends, when I told them I had a boyfriend, they were like, "You have a boyfriend? I thought you were either ace or a lesbian."
You know what? Fair enough. Because you were ew boy, literally.
Yeah, I was.
My cousin thought that I was too, because I was not interested in guys until it was senior year. That was the first. I mean, I had 2 crushes maybe or something, and celebrities and stuff when I was a kid. But I wasn't actively going and trying to date anyone, so he saw that as a bad thing, and I was like, no, I just like hanging out with my friends, and I don't care enough to have anything like that.
Yeah, same. I was I had maybe 1-2 crushes from elementary school to the end of high school.
Damn.
For the entire run,
I probably had more when
maybe
I was younger,
2 crushes
for sure. But
I mean, if we're counting celebrities, yeah, same.
Oh.
But
well, when I was younger, when I was all right, this sounds stupid. Elementary school me was I know it sounds weird to say. I don't know how else to word it though, but I was a little player. It's elementary school, so it sounds weird to say that, but I was always liked a boy, and I always got the boy to like me, so it was you know, yeah. So I liked it when I was a kid, but it was cute boy, you know.
I'm gonna mentally save that. I'm gonna start calling you a player now for that.
God, I don't know what I thought I was when I was younger, dude. I was like center of attention, this and that, like, and now I'm like, please do not look at me for more than like a second. I feel like it didn't matter as much in element. Hello? Whoa, what happened? I think I had a seizure. I feel like it didn't matter as much in elementary school though when you had a crush. So I feel like when I mean like I actually liking somebody, I liked somebody in middle school, and I liked maybe 2 people in high school. Because does my boyfriend count? Because I liked him, I guess. But I don't even know why I liked him. Actually, I mean, now that I think of it.
The first boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't either. I was very surprised when y'all started going out. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I did not see that coming.
It's probably because, you know what? I don't know what it was. Because I was gonna say it's probably because he liked me back, but I've had quite a few people like me, and I don't like them back. So I don't know what it was about him. Maybe he had a way with words, you know, where he tried to I don't know what it was. Can't remember. I was just... Maybe it's because I got older, and then I was like, okay, now I actually really do like boys, and then he just happened to be the boy that...
Oh,
you never
I'm
know.
sorry, and I offer my condolences. That is a terrible...
That's almost like, because I really think back, and I'm like, dude, this guy, when I tell you, he had the biggest red flag, like, you didn't even know?
Bro.
Like, when we first, him asking me out, dude, was literally, it was me, him, and my other friend, and I was at home, like, fucked up from something my dad did and said, and her and him decided to come over, and it was her idea, and she brought him because I liked him, or like had like a little, not like liked him, but I was like, oh, he's all right, like, he, you know,
yeah, he's not bad,
and she brought him here. And they were like, yeah, you know, I was like, dude, I'm not going to talk much, though, because, like, at that time, I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't the talkative person about how I felt. And they were like, yeah, we'll sit here in silence if we have to. We just want to be there for you. I'm like, okay. Literally 5 minutes in, he was like, so you're going to say anything? And I was like, I told you, like, no, I don't really want to talk. And he's like, okay. And then he left. And she was like, he's not really leaving. And then you hear his car turn on, and she was like, oh my god, is he for real? I was like, yep. And then he left.
Bro.
And then me and her decided to go walk around, like, the track and stuff. And she messages him without me knowing. And then we go around the other side of the track, and I see him standing there, and I'm like, ugh. And he is like, I know you probably hate me right now, and I'm the last person you want to talk to, but, like, in case you never want to talk to me again, I just wanted to let you know that, like, I like you, and I would love to, like, be able to take you out on a date. Yeah. And I said, sure. I literally said, sure.
Danny!
And then,
I
did it
wish
for a year and a half.
you told me about this back then, because I would have said, don't fucking do that.
You think? I wish I knew me back then to be like, don't do that. Like, what a red, like...
That's a walking red flag. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Right? And that's what I'm saying.
Awful.
Like, why did I date him? Like, I didn't even like, he was an ass.
He was awful.
Yeah, but that's a whole different thing, you know.
What the fuck, dude? Oh.
I feel like this episode is now going to be called, originally it was How Our Life Has Changed, now it's just going to be like, Life Story with Danny Lynn and Mackenzie. Alright, your turn, Mackenzie, you go. What's your life story?
Oh god, where do you want me to start?
Oh, you were just a little embryo.
I remember kicking my mother's cell wall.
Cell wall? Dude, I'm not even gonna respond to that. I'm not even gonna respond.
Okay,
No,
what do you call it? Since we're on the topic of crushes, I guess I'll talk about I'll talk about my first one again.
Oh, elementary school?
Elementary school, same kid.
Oh, same. Okay.
So I remember, back in elementary school, like 6th grade, I think, we were in assembly, and his shithead little friends turned to me and go, "Hey, Jack wants to date you. Do you want to go out with him?" And I was like, "Oh, yes, sure, that's great." Because I was elementary school, and I was like, okay, this doesn't have any red flags whatsoever. This is fine.
We didn't know what red flags were yet. We didn't know these
exactly.
things.
We didn't know these things at all. So I was like, oh my god, yes, sure, I'll do it. And then the next day, a bro dumps me through his friends, if he even knew about this. This is a huge if, and then he's like, he don't really wanna... Actually, no, wait. Fuck, I can't remember if he asked... I know he dumped me through his friends twice in the same day.
Twice?
I don't remember if he asked me out through his friends. Twice in the same day, because they were like, oh, he wants to get back together with you. And I was like, yes, and then he was like, oh, nope, never mind. And I was like, fuck, okay. That's it.
That's terrible.
So twice in the same day through his friends.
No, that is so... Because even, like, knowing how Mackenzie was back then, she's so shy and, like, sweet and, like, you know, that's just, like... You were always so, like, shy.
I used to beat up kids with sticks, dude.
What? Dude,
they're not
so
awkward, but
awkward.
Like, yeah, it was awkward, but I fucking knew how to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, it says that video of us when we were dancing. Your ass was back there all curled up, swaying back and forth, like...
Yeah, because in that moment, I realized I made a mistake. Margaritaville was not the song choice to dance to for the 4th grade.
Girls' night in, Margaritaville. Oh, God. Alright, we're not getting into that, Lord. That's some
we're not getting into that one. That's something for another time. But, yeah. It's because I realized I fucked up, so I was just like, oh, no, mistake.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, you were always, like... outgoing-y, but then, like, you were way more shy, for sure, than you are now. Like...
Compared to now, I was so shy.
Yeah.
Super shy. It was, I was very shy. I think in high school, I just kind of said, fuck it, I am tired of being shy, and then just was not shy anymore.
Yeah.
That's it.
High school was very different from when I remember.
Yeah. I quite literally went one day and was like, I'm tired of this. I don't want to do this anymore. And then I was like, okay, we're full send.
Just go for it.
Full send, baby.
And then she was fucking nutcase. And oh man, since we're just talking, since this podcast episode has now turned into life stories, can we talk about the greatest moment in high school when this motherfucker got suspended?
Absolutely, please.
I couldn't even talk about it because I had the privileges of finding out when somebody just walking past me and mentioning, so Mackenzie, right? All right. You know what? Tell what you did, all right? Explain what you did, and then I'll tell my story of what happened after.
So, this is from my memory, so it might be not 100% accurate on the thing I'm about to say, but our class was fucking lame and decided to not do a senior prank our year, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
There wasn't going to be a senior prank, no one wanted to do anything, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it. What I decided to do was, I took 400 green army men from the dollar store, printed out 400 photos of Nick Cage's face in just various different poses, pictures, whatnot, and I put them on these little green army men. I got up early as hell, got into the school, recruited a few of my friends from back then. I gave them army men, to like, put this somewhere, doesn't matter where, I just put them somewhere, and I went ham. I put like about 100 out in the school, and within like the first period, I was called up to the office. And I was told, hey, some students and teachers got freaked out and thought that it was a shooting threat because there was a shooting in Texas, I think, that same week. And they were like, you can't do that. We're going to have to take this down and suspend you. We know it was just a senior prank, but we're still going to have to suspend you. So here, have a 4-day weekend. And I was like, okay, cool. Fuck yeah, this rocks. You're bitches, but this is fine. I can do that.
So fucking stupid.
And I know, it was very, very stupid. I get why they were nervous, but like,
suspending you was so dumb though. Like, come on now.
I mean, hey, I'll take the weekends.
Yeah,
that was fun. They suspended me on Memorial Day weekend, I think, or like that weekend before. So I genuinely got a 4-day weekend. They suspended me on a Friday or Thursday, one of the two.
Nice.
Yeah, like we didn't have school the next 3 days, so I was like, ooh, fuck yeah, thank you.
Yeah, see,
but
what I had, my lucky privileges was fucking. I knew what she was doing. And because you told me about it, and I was like, because we were in the same class, we were in the same archaeology class, and you told me about it or mentioned it to me. So I hear somebody in the hallway talking about how this girl got suspended for putting a bunch of army men around the school. When I tell you, I busted out laughing because I knew it was your ass. And I was like, there's no shot that she got suspended for that. I was cracking up, but I told everybody because that was hilarious. And then I get into archaeology, and by the way, our archaeology teacher is like one of the greatest teachers I've ever had in my life.
Coolest motherfucker I've
so
ever.
Cool,
he is so
hilarious,
cool. So fucking cool.
Such a good person.
Dude,
and,
he was a reserve. What? Marine, Navy? I think Navy.
Yeah.
So fucking cool.
He was great. But so I get into his class, and he's like, I noticed Mackenzie's gone. And when I tell you, I started laughing, right? And he goes, why you laughing? And I was like, yeah, she's totally not here, that's for sure. And then somebody, I guess somebody who knew why you weren't there too, tells him to look at his, like the thing under the whiteboard that holds the eraser and the marker, you know, that little, and because one of your little dudes were chilling on it. And she tells him to turn around and look, and he sees it, and he picks it up, and he goes, is this Nick Cage? And everyone starts laughing, and he was like, wait, Mackenzie was the one who did this? And everyone's like, yeah. And he's like, but she's so quiet. He's like, man, she didn't deserve that. And he was like, this is funny. And then he puts it on his desk, and he was just like, he literally was like, Mackenzie? She doesn't say anything, and she gets suspended for doing a funny thing? Like, he just didn't expect you to be doing a funny thing because you were so quiet.
I'm so happy about that because I used to sneak food into his class all the time and just see what I could get away with in his class. Don't get me wrong, I love the guy to death. He's amazing. He's one of my favorite teachers I think I've ever had. But I used to just do shit to see if I could get away with it, and I consistently got away with it because I was quiet and generally well-behaved.
That reminds me so much of creative writing. When this fucker goes, you want pineapple, right? So I'm thinking she's got cut up pineapple in her backpack, and I was like, I might have said no. I'm like, nah, I'm good or something. And then I see her open her backpack. I look down, there's a whole ass motherfucking pineapple in your backpack, cut open. And I was like, okay, when you asked me if I wanted pineapple, I didn't know you meant a whole ass pineapple.
That day, I went, okay, so there's a gym there now, but there used to be a little, like, Asian grocery store over where the gym used to be. I think you know where it is.
Yeah, I think so.
And I went there, like, on my lunch break, picked up an entire pineapple and just shoved it in my backpack because, fuck it, why not? And I just went around offering, I offered a few people pineapple that day.
Dude, she was something. She was always a character, that's for sure. You've always been like that. I always say,
yeah.
I remember it now, it might not have been the exact first time, but it was the first time at least that I, like, saw your basement, where I go to this fool's house. Like, we were kids, though, and she was like, you want to come into my basement? I'm like, young me was like, sure. Fucking sure. We go in her basement, she whips out a goddamn katana. When I tell you, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yep, that's it. This girl is actually murdering me. But you didn't even go down there, too, to show me the katana. You went down there to show me something completely different. And then decided, I'm gonna whip out my katana around the corner, too. I'm turning the corner, and you pulled it out. Like...
That's awful. I'm so happy I did that.
Yeah, same. I definitely didn't tell my mom about that when I got home, or else we would not be where we are now.
We would not be. There's no way. Probably. My mom, shot a firework at my brother in front of your parents. I'm pretty sure we'd still be here.
Your mother did not shoot a firework at your brother. Your mom threw them at you and your brother when you were both holding trash can lids in front of you as she chucked them at you. Yeah.
That was a fun night. My shoe caught on fire.
Yeah. That... This is just literally, this podcast episode has just turned into us telling life. These are kind of funny,
It's just a life story episode.
This is funny as hell, though. You guys get to really know Mackenzie as this nutcase.
Dude, the tree!
Are you talking about your brother?
Mm-hmm.
Please don't.
You know what tree I'm talking about?
Oh, of course okay, there's a couple times in my life where I've experienced, like, something that would be in a movie, right? There's a few of those times. This one is one of them, where it was me, Mackenzie, one of our old friends, and another one of our old friends who has just hung out with all three of us for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And her brother just comes running out of nowhere and sprints up a tree. And we're all like, yeah, whatever. And she's like, the fuck? We're like, yeah, he just does that sometimes. And then you hear a big-ass crack. And we all turn around. And when oh God, I wish people listening could see me right now. When I tell
can still picture it.
He was dangling, so his body was, like, on the tree branches, and his arms and legs were hanging over, and he just dropped down each branch, like, dunk, 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 down each branch, and he lands on the bottom one, and something doesn't break, whatever he lands on, and he just goes, and we're dying, and our one friend, her name is Grace, I could say her name, because
she's
yeah, we're cool with her, so,
yeah, she's super chill.
But Grace was like, oh my God, why are you guys laughing? Is he okay? Like, what is wrong with you guys? He might be hurt. And we're just dying. And then this ass, he gets out of the tree and just sprints up to your house. Like, nothing just happened.
Fucking sprinted away. We heard a crack and then just dunk, 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 and he ran. He fucking booked it for
Dude, the dunk, dunk, dunk. Like, it's literally like I was watching a damn comedy movie.
It was so fucking funny.
Hysterical. Oh my God.
That just lives rent-free in my brain. I'm so happy I can still picture that day.
I am so happy I have a visual memory because I can picture it so clear.
Bro, I remember, I think around that same year or something, I did some stupid shit in Party City and you got it on camera.
What? Were you falling on the ground?
Me falling on the ground in the emoji mask.
Yep. Yeah, I have that on camera.
I'm so glad you still have that video. Or at least I still have it because you sent it to me.
No, I still have it. It's on Snapchat, so it's just like in my memory somewhere. I have a bunch of videos of Mackenzie doing dumb shit. We used to have so much fun, though, in those parks. We used to have a store that was, like, right on the corner of my street, and we would go there and buy a bunch of garbage. I mean,
We'd
gross
go
stuff,
fucking
probably. Yeah,
nuts.
we would just be like, yeah, let's buy a bunch of stuff. I have pictures still from, like, Snapchat of us doing that, and we would go to the park and just sit there. And we wouldn't even eat a lot of it, too. I don't even know why we did that. But that was just, like, our thing was to, like, buy a bunch of stuff and then go sit over there by the park. And, those were some good times, though. With our skateboards and...
Dude, I kind of miss that. I'm not gonna lie.
I do. Like, I totally miss that time because we were, like, really having fun.
Yeah, it was great. I still remember, like, going out at night and skateboarding with you guys.
Yep.
On our road.
You remember the little bump that used to be there before they redid? We thought we were so cool going over that bump on our skateboard.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
We go fucking flying. I remember you two on your fucking penny boards and me on my little ripstick.
Yeah, your ripstick. Oh my God. Still to this day, I have a longboard, but God, I love my penny board. It's just like, I don't know, something about it. I just love it. Or what's nice about that time is that I was making YouTube videos. And I have so much of what we did on video because I would just set my camera down and we would skateboard in front of it. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
would put my
remember.
camera down and I'd be like, guys, the camera's right here. And then we'd skateboard past and they'd play its little music and stuff. Like,
dude, I remember that. I remember,
so cool. It wasn't even like we had to do much. We would just be there and it would be fun, you know?
Yeah, we just had fun together. It was great.
And now we're fucking old and we gotta work and we're moving and going places.
Life and shit.
Yeah, and now we were talking about how depressing... Hey, back to the original topic of life-changing and stuff that I might be leaving at the end of the year. Talk about a change.
Like, good, but fuck, yeah.
Dude, this past month has been such a mindfuck, I'm gonna be honest with you, though.
That's understandable.
I've been talking about it with, like, Paul and stuff recently, and I have been going... like, spiraling, but, like, not, like, spiraling where, like, I'm actually gonna lose my shit. It's more like my brain actually just feels like it's spiraling. Like, it's just going around and around and around.
Just because it's like all this change is hitting kind of soon.
Yeah,
I'm
and
assuming.
It's a lot of like conflicting feelings where it's positives, but then every positive is followed by like almost like a negative, and then at the same time it's a big change and it's spooky in general. And there's a lot of things I'm doing this year that I haven't done, and a lot of things that I'm feeling that I haven't felt. So it's just like it's weird, and I don't know what to do about it. And you want to know what I was crying about today? Or not today, that was yesterday. Today I was crying about something else, but yesterday I was crying at the fact that I like trust my boyfriend so much. Wasn't even crying about it like, oh my god, I'm so glad. It was more like, oh my god, I trust him. Stop. You can't do that. Like, you know, and I was just
like conflicting.
Yeah, because it's one thing where I don't give my trust out. It might seem like I do to people, because people...
No, yeah, you don't. Not freely.
Like, I don't mind... I don't think that me talking about how I feel a certain day is trusting somebody with my feelings, because I don't give a shit if they're like, hey, this is how she was feeling. I'd be like, alright, why would you say that? But I don't mind it. But, like, for me to, like, trust somebody, even 20%. To me... Trusting somebody like 50% is like a lot. Like, that is so much trust to me. So, with the way that I feel is I actually feel like I trust him. Like, I feel like I fully trust him. I've never done that before. I haven't even gotten to like 70% before. And it feels like I actually can in like so many ways. The fact that he actually does like me, the fact that he does mean what he says, the fact that he won't cheat, like all these things, I actually trust it. And it's like nice, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to let myself trust him, but I know that I trust him. But then I'm also not like, you know what I mean?
Is it also potentially scary to fully trust him because of that change, since it's something that you've never done before? So it's just like, oh my god, I trust him. Oh my god, I trust him.
Yeah. And it's also like, it's like I don't want to, because like I want to. It's so conflicting, because I want to, but I don't want to, because if I give someone 100% trust, if they break that, then I lose it. And that's like all of it, you know? It almost feels like somebody has a power over me. And, ooh.
Yeah, I kind of feel you on that.
I don't... Like,
that's understandable.
Like, how do you feel with trust with Andrew when you've been in with him for 5 years?
He knows almost everything about me, and I trust him a lot. I don't know. I don't know if I'd quantify it the same way you do, so I can't really describe it the same way. Like, I don't know if I fully trust a lot of people. Like, you I trust, Andrew I trust some English. I trust other people who I'm not going to mention in this. I've never thought about that, actually.
Yeah. It's a
I trust him,
thing.
like, a lot.
So, like, when you say, right, you trust him and you trust me, is it, like, 100%? Like, because I feel, well, for one, too, I feel like trust with friends, trust with family, and relationships are very different, because for me, trusting a relationship, there's different aspects to it that you don't have with, like, friends or family. Like, obviously, like, saying, like, cheating, obviously, my family, my friends can't really do that, so
can't really.
If
you're cheating on family, there's only one thing that, the only way you can cheat on your family is incest, so, like,
okay,
that's an automatic.
You know, yeah, anyways. But I don't know. I feel like, for me personally, I will always have the most trust in the person that I'm, like, with. Because they have a different kind of trust, and they're the only person that is going to see 100% of me. Like, every single aspect of me, they're the only one that's going to get all of that. And not that I'm, like, hiding myself from, like, you or something.
No, I know.
But,
like, I don't want to see you naked or anything.
Oh, okay.
That's, like...
Well, that's not really what I meant.
Well, that's kind of 100% true.
And
dude,
also,
you gotta
don't
trust
act like
somebody
you
to see you naked.
Also, don't act like you don't want to be. Well,
I mean, but, like, I you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, not, like, actually, but...
Yeah.
No, I just mean aspects of myself as in, like... they are going to be around me all the time at some point.
Yeah.
So they have no choice but to see every little part of me. Like, there's no hiding from them at that point.
So they're just gonna see everything.
Yeah, and you gotta trust them with that, like, with all of you. And that's horrifying.
Oh, it's definitely scary, but I think I can answer your question now. I think, 100% for Andrew.
Well, okay, so that's a good thing. It's
a really good thing. 100%. It's terrifying, but 100%.
Obviously, I've only been with Cameron for, like, it's been like 4 months, which I know.
Yeah.
It sounds like so little, but it's just like, I just think about how much time we actually spend together, and it's like, I see why it feels longer. But
yeah.
I'm gonna take him out of the picture for now with talking about, like, trust for a second, because I don't. It's like, it just feels like too soon to say too many of the things I say, so I'm not gonna bother. But, like, for me, besides, he's not in the picture. Besides that, truly, you are the only person I trust. I do not have anywhere close the amount of trust that I have for you for anybody else. Not my family. Like, it takes so much for me to trust, but you're the only one that I actually do. I think, surprisingly enough, this is so it feels so random because it's only been, like, a year and a half. Zombie, actually, too, is somebody that I would put high on that list of trust.
It's honestly understandable.
Yeah, it's...
Also, I'm going to cry.
But why?
No, happy cry.
Oh. I was like, fuck, what? Oh.
No, happy cry.
Oh, because I said you were the only one?
Yes, I'm just like...
I'm so for real, too. And you should even hear when I talk... Oh, God, this is gonna make you fucking... Ew, this is gonna be really cheesy. Like, I'm flipping you off as I'm saying this. Maybe.
Okay, I see it in my mind's eye. You're flipping me off. Imagine I'm also flipping you off right back in your mind's eye.
But when I talk about moving, like, my things is, like, I'm sad that I can't just come to my cousin's birthday party or something like that, and holidays and whatever, but it doesn't make me too horribly sad because I don't get to see them as much anyways. But I will say, every time I go to talk about the fact that I'm moving and, like, I won't be, like, living next to you anymore, every time that shit breaks, like, I just, like, break. And that's not me breaking, that's actually my throat just clogging up, alright? But, like, every single time me and Cameron talk about it, when I tell you, if you ask him why he feels bad about, like, me having to move there, he's gonna say, because I have to leave you. That's exactly what he's gonna say.
Bro, I'm going to say one thing right now. I will drive 13 hours in a fucking heartbeat, okay?
Dude, hey, you come visit for sure.
You think I'm not going to? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's just like, okay, for me, this is how I explained it to Cameron. I don't know if this is gonna make you cry more or not, but...
It probably will.
I explained it to him is that my whole life of having friends, yes, I've had so many friends. I've had so many groups, so many people that I, like, considered really, really close. But when I look back at it now, it was like that hangout kind of friends, you know? I didn't trust them with nothing. I didn't trust them with anything. I didn't talk to them about anything because they wouldn't let me. And a lot of people did not treat me nicely, and just, they weren't my friends, I guess. And I've always wanted, I've always said it, which is why I've always had a best friend. Like, when I met my one best friend, you know, the last one, so happy because it actually felt like she felt the same about me. She didn't, but it felt like she did for at least a brief moment in time. And with you, it was like, now we're at a point where, like, the past couple years, it's like, I actually met a friend that I can trust. I like to hang around, like, every quality you would want in a friend. And, like, I have it. And then it's almost like, now I gotta leave it, you know? And that's what, like, when I think about it like that shit makes me so sad.
You're physically leaving, because I'm just like, My best friend that has lived up the street from me for years is now moving, and I can't just like drive over there to mess with her anymore. That fucks me up a little. I'm not going to lie. Like,
right?
I can't just go on walks with you anymore and shit.
Exactly. We can't just be like, hey, let's go do this.
Yeah. However, I've already in that same moment, I've already been thinking of ways where we can like still do shit long distance.
Aww,
and like,
like
yeah,
a long distance relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I still imagine the middle finger.
Yeah.
In your mind's eye.
Double middle finger.
Like, don't take the tears out of my eyes, because those are totally not happening.
I'll slurp them up. Alright, actually, wait, we're on a podcast, we can't be that weird, hold on.
Yeah, in that same moment, it's good that you're getting to move out and move away. Like, I'm not gonna stop just randomly showing up. I'm still gonna fucking drop by whenever I feel like it. It's just 13 hours away now.
The only reason we're going there is because he has the job right now. Like,
yeah.
He has the savings, he has the job, and he has this, like, a house that's not, like, you know, he's going to be getting a house. So he's got his stuff figured out, even if it's, like, just a little bit. Yeah. I have nothing. I just got this job, and it's still part-time right now, you know? Like, I just got... Yeah. So it's like, I don't have a foundation. My only foundation is the fact that I have you, and I have a family here.
I've always kind of wanted to move out of New Jersey. I don't want to end up here.
Mm-hmm.
But English. This is one of the things that kind of kept me from going to college in North Carolina too, because that was something I wanted to do. Is because I still have like a foundation here. Like, I have you, I have Andrew. I don't want to just leave that. So okay. Give me a second. I'm crying.
Oh no!
I'm crying. No, fuck you mean no. Fuck you mean no. It is.
I don't know. I don't want you to cry.
Oh, I thought you were telling me, like, no, don't cry. I'm like, yo, fuck you mean? I'm gonna cry.
Huh, no, like, oh my god, you're crying.
But yeah, no, I am crying. It's okay. But, but like, that and my, other friends, I'm just gonna call them the college friend group. I didn't want to leave them. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave Andrew. Like, my family, I can move away from. They're going to Florida anyway, and I'm still going to visit them and see them whenever.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, they just want to end up in Florida. That's where they want to be. Yeah. I don't know if I want to live in Florida, I'm be honest. It's cool, but,
I mean, everyone's bound to split up at some point, and...
Yeah, I know. It's just weird
is.
Seeing it now.
Yeah, we're getting to that point, dude. Mid-20s. Here we are. Yep.
Don't remind me.
On that note, though, dude, I don't know what this I don't know what I'm gonna name this podcast. Obviously, by the time everyone's listening to it, there will be a name, so you will see what I came up with. But in the moment, like, we just went for it.
I have an idea for a name, but
life
I'll
story.
tell you after this. Streaming, growing up in life.
But that, yeah.
I mean, because we talked about a lot of life stories, and from streaming to now.
We did a lot of life stuff for sure, but yeah, I feel like we talked about a lot of stuff, and I feel like a big thing of this, I feel like we just kind of like got to know, like, anyone listening kind of got to like know us a bit more too, which is kind of nice because we are our own people, but I feel like in the stream world we kind of come in a duo pack and people associate us with each other.
Yeah, they do. They do a lot.
Which is understandable because I only streamed with you for like 2 years.
Yeah,
so.
And we're just like frequently we stream together every single week and are almost always like doing some shit together or interacting with each other online like all the time.
So it's understandable, but
it's very understandable.
I feel like not a lot of people know a bunch of those things that we talked about, so I feel like that's kind of nice, though. At least we got to talk about that. But yeah, thanks for joining today.
Well, of course, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mackenzie, cry.
Yippee! I'll cry again. I'll cry so hard. I'll shit myself and cry on the spot.
Oh, okay. Hold on now. That's not what we want. But anyways, thank you for everybody who listened as well. And if you made it to the end of the podcast, you're a trooper because goddamn. And you had to listen to our asses talk this entire time.
We've been rambling for like 2 hours. I don't know how long.
You can tell there's a big difference between the guests I've had on this versus Mackenzie being on this podcast. Very different vibes. yeah, on that note, I will see you all next week. We're back on schedule. No more missing weeks or anything. Up until August 14th, that is the last episode of the podcast. So yeah, I will see you guys next week with our next guest.